Good morning, everybody. This Wednesday morning. Welcome to our Christmas preview on this Wednesday morning. Remember, Blue Voucher in a festive mood and giving away up to 200,000. SMS your serial number to 31860 once you buy a 50 Rand Blue Voucher. SMS to 31860. And who knows, you could be in line to win a sum of the 200,000 Rand. The opener on the Kenilworth Hollywood Best Kenilworth meets Port of a Work Riders race, where Louis Burke rides number 5, Rochetu, for the Justin Snade stable. That's 15-10. And Aviwe Bikwe rides number 3, Jour de Flute, for the Eric Sand stable, 16-10. And Daryl, the market has got them betting 10-1, just bar those two runners. You happy with that?
Morning, Clyde. I just want to apologize to the viewers. Yesterday wasn't a great day. The horse failed to fire, but the intentions are good, Clyde, and that's what counts. We out here trying to tip winners. We get it right, but obviously we get it wrong more often than um, right. That's just the nature of the beast. But today we're going to be trying our best once again in the opening leg of the Bipod, Clyde. I've opted to go 3 runners, numbers 3, 5, and 8. Let's start with number 8, Final Call, the filly. She gets that allowance. She's got a very decent work rider aboard her. He's won numerous races in the Western Cape, and you can clearly see that she improved, and her best effort to date was with a tongue tie fitted. So she goes in. Then numbers 3 and 5. There's a line of form because behind Marcus Aurelius was a horse called Gallic King, and Joie de Flute beat Gallic King. However, Gallic King was making his debut on that occasion. If you go to Rochetu's form line, Gallic King has beaten Rochetu twice. So I'm favouring 3 over 5. The work ride of number 3, Joie de Flute, has yet to ride a winner, Clyde, but he's only had a handful of rides, a couple of seconds, couple of thirds. So let's hope he is able to crack it today on number 3, Joie de Flute. And number 5, Rochetu, his best effort to date was last time out. And obviously Louis Burke is an ex-jockey himself, so he's going to get all the assistance from the saddle. 3, 5, 8 in that order, Clyde.
Okay, well, this is our final attempt at the Christmas bipod now. Let's try and get some of that bipod going. It cost 180 Rand. Staying up the straight for race number 2, we go over 1,200 metres. This is an open maiden, this race, and the favourite in terms of the Wednesday morning market, number 8, Fantine, top of the boards. It's in the red. It's trading at 17-20. Number 4, Autumn Rush is 9-2. The 7, Cabera, is at 9-2. Number 1, Red Light Lane, is at 13-2. And they bet 12-1 and better about the others. Looks like Fantine, well, from a market perspective anyway, Daryl, they're making that hard to beat. What's your view?
Yes, Clyde, you can see she's progressing nicely in each and every one of her starts to date. She's getting there slowly, but I'm really wary about her form lines. I'm not a fan of the Black Erica form line, neither the Inner Bloom form line. She's certainly got a chance, but I'm not jumping into the current odds. I think they're very restricted. There's a comment for number 7 in the front of the computer form. Doing well, needs further. Now, Clyde, this is a open maiden, and number 4 ran her best race last time out, and you can see her rating got increased from a 58 to a 70. So she must have a chance, but I'm leaning towards number 1 over here as the value in the race. All her races have been around the bend to date, and this is her first race up the Kenilworth straight. I think we can see improvement on her behalf. She ran behind a very nice filly last time out. There's a winner from there. I think the second or the third place runner, Kudu or Kubu, won. And if you just watch this filly move to the gates, she really catches the eye. So I don't think she's produced quite what she's capable on the track yet. So having her first run up the straight, I'm keen to see how she goes. She's a half sister to the Terry trained Rondebosch, who's a sprinter himself. So let's go in order 1 from 8 over here, Clyde.
Okay, and that place accumulator cost 360. We're bankering In Motion and Tenango in that PA. Aldo de Meyer writes for Andre Nell here. He's on the source number 7. QT Patuti, we've heard a little bit about that. It's 18 to 10 favourite. Number 1, Vixen's War is 33 to 10. Number 2, Aurelian is at 7 to 2. And number 3, Vivo Perlay is trading at 13 to 2. You can get 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Like a bit of QT Patuti, Daryl?
Clyde, I was happy with her debut. Originally, when I opened the book and I saw her breeding, I was saying, sure, she might be needing further out of a Fort Wood dam. But then I looked up her record herself, and I saw the dam won 2 races over 1200 and 2 races over 1400. Let's see how she goes. The second place run over there, Panjandrum, in that race, came out and to run second behind her stable companion. And the fourth place runner, Final Call, in that race, runs in the opening event, the Work Rider event. So take note of how she goes in race number 1. That's Final Call. Yeah, Clyde, I'm sure the step up to 1200 will be in her favor. Once again, this is a tricky race because it's an open maiden. Number 9, Beautiful One. All she's done is disappointed since her debut effort. But they have brought her back in Trip Clyde and fitted her with a tongue tie this time round. Let's see how she goes. I'm really expecting more from her. Number 4, Southampton. She is coming back in Trip. And you know what, Clyde, when I watched the Canterblast of her last start, I actually said to myself, this is a lovely, lovely filly. I'm really keen to see how she goes in her first start up the Kenilworth Straight. I think she can spring a bit of a surprise. Certainly one for the trifectas and quartets. Number 3, Viva Perlay, Clyde. She fluffed all her chances at the start last time out. I actually expected her to be on the front foot from the jump and catch a march on them, but that wasn't the case. She lost it. She may be way better than that form, and this combination has really come to good form at the right stage. So she can fight this out, and I've also included number 1 Vixen's War in my bipods and my PA. I don't like the look of this race, Clyde. Honestly, I'm going field in the opening leg of the pick 6. I'm hoping we get a jolt.
Okay, well, let's get that pick 6 going. It's a 1,134 Rand cost, so for about 114 Rand, you'll get 10%. Let's move on now and take a look at race number 4, see what the situation is here. It's time to get jackpots on. And with regards to the market, number 3, In Motion, odds on, it's 13 to 20. It does look like a hard horse to beat. Richard Ferry for the Justin Snaith stable. The 6 Spanish versus 10 to 1. And they got 10 to 1, really, Daryl, about everything else. 10 to 1. So that's 10 to 1 bar 1. We're bankering this, I take it in everything, right?
We are indeed, Clyde. You know, Richard Free isn't riding a lot for Justin Snaith recently, or hasn't been recently, but the odd ones that he's picking up, I mean, his strike rate when they team up together is outstanding. And yeah, he gets another plum. Obviously, he sat on him in the past, and he ran second behind Astronomical Boy, who's since then come out and won another race. Last time out, Clyde just got touched off by Senor Dante. Now, that horse came out and won again. In that race, he ran second. The third place runner, Ocean Skies, come out to win. And the fourth place runner, Chance Encounter, came out to win. Even the ninth place runner, who was 11 lengths behind, came out and ran second behind Chance Encounter. I think he's met the right field. So in our perms, we have to take a chance somewhere, Clyde. And I think he's the right bank on the day. Number 3, In Motion.
Okay, and that jackpot of yours is 18 Rand a jackpot. It's not an expensive jackpot today. It's worth taking this Christmas jackpot, everybody. On to race number 5 now. This is where there are only 5 horses running. You can take out number 4, take out number 6, and take out number 8. But it's a race that well, there are two sides to look at it, because firstly, yes, there are some horses that are in here to win it, and there are others that are having a prep run for the Cape Flying Championship. So make a note of that. 3 Tenango is the favourite. It's priced up at this point in time at 12 to 10. 1 Fire Attack is trading at 22 to 10. 7 Lucky Lad is at 7 to 2. The 2 Elusive Winter 5 to 1, and Kai Boy is the outsider of this little party at 14. So Tenango can win, but one needs to know it's a prep.
Yes, Clyde, it's still his prep. However, he has had a comeback start. And if you watch that race very carefully, he was trapped on the outside with no cover. And he moved in extremely well, Clyde. He actually was sitting he was probably second going through the 100-meter mark, and he just emptied out very, very late. He didn't have the cover that he requires to get the best out of him. He likes to be switched off and come with a late rattle. And since then, the stable has turned the corner. It's now a month later, and they're absolutely firing. The way this race has been set up is probably Elusive Winter's going to be on his bicycle. He's badly out at the weights, but he's the most ready going into this event. So you have to take his chances seriously. Although strictly at the ratings, he's got no hope whatsoever. Fire Attack, Clyde. He was meant to run in the green points behind, in the race that Dave the King won. He was scratched on that occasion, elevated SAA. He's prepping for the Lamarons King's Plate. Now, if you go to the best weighted column, you're going to see Fire Attacks well in over here, Clyde, by, what's it, 11 pounds? But take note over what distance he earned that rating. He earned that rating over 2,000 meters at Turfentine on the Standside track when beating Royal Victory. He's now at Kenilworth over 1,000 meters. I mean, you can't compare the two, and he's not going to run nowhere near 126 today at Kenilworth over 1,000 meters. So, also taking into consideration that he's prepping, I'm not in the favor of number 1 Fire Attacks camp. Yes, he's got a lot of class and he could pop up, but I'm leaning towards others. I'm going with Tenango. I think, although we know that he's not going to be at his best and peaking, he's got the class and he's certainly more distance suited than Fire Attack. And the horse that he has to go and fetch is Elusive Winter. So he's my backup. 3 from 2 here, Clyde.
Yeah, I'm glad you put the outside Elusive Winter into the play. It's understandable. We now know why. This jackpot cost 126 Rand. The next race up, race 6, is a C Stakes. It's over 1,000 meters. And in terms of the stakes races, just have a look at the best weighted columns. And the 6-horse Catch a Penny comes up a couple of pounds ahead of everything else in the race. The favourite in this event is number 7, Playing Tricks, at 7 to 2. 9 Palace Gift is 4 to 1. 2 Rattlesnake is 9 to 2. 6 Catch a Penny comes up now at 11 to 2. 5 Moody Blue 13 to 2. 8 All About L 15 to 2. And it's 10 to 1 and better about the balance. A little bit of it, yeah, more challenging races than anything else we've seen so far, Daryl.
It does get very tricky from here on in, Clyde. You touched on the fact that it is C stakes and the Ferric 6 get their allowance over here. So if you go to the best weighted column, you'll see that the top 3 best weighted are all fillies. In order, Catch a Penny, Playing Tricks, and Peace of Mind. Now, Catch a Penny, Clyde, it's no surprise to see her maintain her consistency. You know, she took quite some time to get it right, but since then, look how close up she's been finishing. They even tried her over a mile, brought her back right down to 1,000 meters, and put a set of cheek pieces on, and it worked a treat. On that occasion, Pink Pigeon towards the inside with the apprentice got such a smooth run in transit that everything went her way, and I was shocked to see that Catcher Penny went and fetched her in the final stages. Um, I think they've worked this fully out now. Chad knows her extremely well. They're going to give her a chance. The pace is going to be on with the likes of Playing Tricks and Peace of Mind up front. And if things go well for her and she gets the gaps at the right time, I certainly wouldn't be shocked to see her go back to back. And I'm actually favoring over here. Now, second best in is number 7, Playing Tricks, and you can see Clyde, she's only had 3 starts to date, and one has to believe that she's got a lot more to offer. She's clearly learning about racing and strengthening up and getting the hang of things. Last time out, on her bicycle, never in doubt, start to finish, and I don't think they're gonna try change tactics. She's getting fitter, she's getting stronger with each and every start, and if she breaks well, Richard's not going to look for cover. He's going to let her bowl up front, and she could certainly feature over here. By now we'll know how those form lines have worked out, because we've got Cutie Patootie running on earlier and Final Call, and they finished 3rd and 4th behind her when she won her maiden last time out. And I've just put in one other, and that is the gelding number 9 Palace Gift. He's in great form since that rest. The stables come extremely well. I know he's coming back to 1,000 meters, but he was traveling the winner throughout in his last start, so I don't think that's a negative. The negative is the form line though. That hasn't really stood up, but he really won with a lot in hand, and I think Andrew Fortune's going to suit him. So I think we're on the right 3 of years. 6, 7 and 9. I'm fairly convinced that we'll get through here, Clyde.
Okay, so you're happy with those selections, and that's the double that we're recommending. We've only got a few opportunities left, everybody, so let's get on. On to race number 7 now, and this particular event has got the 7 horse, the Night Ferry, at 19 to 10. Best horse in terms of the best weighted column, but best in by a good number of kilos, according to the best weighted column. And Herman Brown has had a good trot. Richard Faree. Question is, can this horse go start to finish? 1,600 meters should be ideal. 4 Devil a Saint is at 22 to 10. Also from an informed stable of Des McLachlan. 2 Avignon is 9 to 2. The 5 Miller's Strength is at 11 to 2. And then number 6 Gold Index also trading at 11 to 2. That's the latest. You've got the horse Disruptive, the outsider of this little party at 33 to 1 here, Daryl. But yeah, those top 2 stables are in very good form at the moment.
Clyde, I certainly hope that the good form continues into race 7 at Kenilworth, Hollywood Bets Kenilworth today, because I've only got numbers 4, 6 and 7 in my perms. Let's start with number 4, Devil a Saint. Yeah, the combination's firing now, Clyde. Last time out, he could have finished a little bit closer if he got a clean break at the start. So I think the fact that the stables come extremely well, he's a natural inclusion. But I do have a preference for the 2 Herman Brown inmates, number 6 and 7. Now, the Night Ferry, Richard sat aboard him for the first time last time out in a race. He got him to the front. He did settle on that occasion. He does have a tendency to over-race, but he's got really good speed, and if Richard can just get him out to break on terms, and he'll work himself to the front. And as long as he doesn't overdo it up front, he will fight it out, despite the longer running, Clyde. Last time out, it was on the winter track. This time round, it's on the summer course, the longer running, and let's hope he can build up to the finishing line. That form line is holding up extremely well. We saw the filly or the mare, We Have a Situation, frank that form, and the horse that was just behind him in 3rd position was Eric Liddell, who should have never lost his next start. Now, the companion Gold Index is a 6-year-old gelding, but I'm happy with his 2 runs for his new yard. The first was a start with the blinkers after the rest. He was far from disgraced, and then last time out in that apprentice race, he was doing his best work late, That was on the summer. That was on the winter course. Now it's a summer course. He's got a longer running, and take note of how much kilograms he's in receipt of his stable companion, Clyde. He's only set to carry 51.5. That's 8.5 kilograms. Um, and you can also say he's now peaking, having his third run after a rest. So, yeah, if we do get it right this race, we're not going to be breaking the bank, but let's hope we show a profit.
Okay, one more race to go. We'll chat about that in just a moment. Okay, the eighth and final race on this Christmas Eve, number 2, Silver Salute is the favourite at 3-1. 6, Burning Desire is at 33-10. 7, Greek Ares. I've heard about this horse, Greek Ares, from the Glen Cotson stable, is at 7-2. Chad Little riding that. 3, South of France is trading at 7-2, and you can get 14-1 and better about the balance. Our last opportunity today, Daryl. What do you recommend we do? Do you like a bit of Greek Ares?
I'll give her a strong winning chance, Clyde. The stable's in great form. Last time out she tried the blinkers for the first time and she just found one too good on that occasion. But it is an open maiden, Clyde, and she is carrying 61.5. So you need to respect others in the race too. Let's start in number order. Number 1, What a Star. She's trying extra this time round, but I can say one thing's for sure, Clyde. If she is going to see it out, she's going to see it out with Andrew Fortune. He's going to nurse her the entire uh, race and give her every opportunity. So let's see how she goes. She's unexposed over this sort of distance. Number 2, Silver Salute. Let's see how this form line's worked out, because in one of the earlier races, Autumn Rush and Viva Palais run from there. Vroom Vroom quickened much better than she did, and she was staying on in the latter stages. Her dam won up to the mile, or up to a mile. I think she even was a grade 1 winner. Might have been the Golden Slipper. Number 3, South of France. I think she's going to love the longer running. But if you respect her chances, you have to take note of number 4, Wedding Vow, because she's 3.5 kilograms better off on that Boozy Susie run, and she's been fitted with a set of blinkers for the first time. This filly has really disappointed the connection, so she's possible of running a huge race. Number 6, Burning Desire. I mean, she's got a lot of scope for improvement. You can see on paper she's held by Greek Ares, but that was her debut effort from a wide draw. This time round, she can certainly finish closer, if not reverse the form with Greek Ares. I'll make this race extremely difficult, Clyde. I'm hoping that Wedding Vow can feature over here and we can just make a profit with our trifecta box, because I'm not going into this race bullish whatsoever.
All right, well, I'm gonna take a trifecta bank of the 7 Greek Ares. I'll take my chances. You got it, box. Thanks, Daryl. Thank you very much. And Wetway Waited to Win, wish you all a very Merry Christmas, everybody. We really appreciate all your support that you've shown Waited to Win throughout 2025 and a prosperous 2026. We closed tomorrow. And we'll be back in action again with selections from Friday onwards. Again, Merry Christmas and enjoy time with the family.